court case that will set some kind of precedent, maybe not a legal one, but it could be like a business precedent, if that makes sense. So like, I think it's going to be, if they fully intend to see it through to the end, it's going to be, I think, for any gamer or anybody really concerned in the back end stuff of gaming, it'll be something to watch for sure, regardless of like what your stance is. It's going to, I think, if they see it through, it's going to affect gaming as a whole, if that makes sense. It'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to watch. That's just the way I see it. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm just kind of watching from a distance because I'm kind of like, okay, you know, it's a little bit of a gray area to me. I know a lot of people, it doesn't seem that way, but to me, it seems a little more nuanced than just one person being bad and one person being good. I think there needs to be a lot more detail known, but I want to watch to see because it'll be definitely interesting because it might change either the way that the big companies operate or the way that indie companies operate. And either way, it's going to mess with the market somehow. I find that fascinating. Notice a pattern. Is this another actual Pokemon game that people like? Then it'll flop. I just think that they've made horrible decisions in the past and they just continue to do that. Like they censored Metro, I was like, what the? Yeah, it's Nintendo. They, ever since they tried to keep the family-friendly image, they've kind of gone a little too hard into it. I think, to be fair, though, I think part of it might be the fact that this is going to be really weird to explain, that they are so old. I don't know how to explain that other than that. Well, okay, let me take y'all back in history here for a second. We're going to get a lesson on gaming history. Okay, so we're going to go back to, like, the video game crash. So, Nintendo kind of saved gaming by... Manic knows probably where I'm going with this. How Nintendo marketed themselves is what kind of saved gaming, per se. Because at the time, you had all these, like, big companies like Atari and everything. And essentially... I know a lot of people are going to come at me and say, oh, it was E.T. Fuck off with that. It was not E.T. It was the gaming companies oversaturating to the point where nobody cared anymore. It was not E.T. Get the fuck out of here with that. I'm not going to fight people on this today. Anyway, considering how E.T. was made, I think we can give E.T. a pass. But essentially how Nintendo revived the gaming market is... Instead of, think it was, if I remember correctly, they were essentially marketing it as like how you would like a DVD player and stuff like an electronic. And so Nintendo came in and essentially was like, this isn't necessarily electronic, it's a toy. So they were like marketing it towards families, specifically towards boys, which is why we kind of get that whole like gaming's for dudes, always a girl. It's because they tended to, whenever Nintendo came in with the NES, it was because they were putting in like the closer to like the toy section and they were like marketing towards boys and stuff like that. So my thing is I have a feeling they're kind of stuck in this, we marketed like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. This is the way I see it. This is not like a fact. This is my opinion here. Yeah, because Nintendo got so successful off marketing towards families, and that's how kind of the gaming industry was saved because Nintendo did that. I have a feeling they kind of stuck with that because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know? So they're kind of stuck in this like family-friendly thing because that's how we got here in the first place. In the gaming industry, because Nintendo existed before them, but whenever they got into the gaming industry, it was because they marketed towards families. That's my opinion. Yep, the front loader VCR like design and Rob were a subliminal. Yeah, it was all they pretty much saved gaming because they marketed it towards families, like it was a toy instead of it being a piece of hardware like you would with a PC or like a VCR, you know. It was like, oh, good thing for your kid. And I have a feeling they just kind of like keep going to that. Yeah, but like hentai games on Switch are $5. Max AAA family games are $60. To be fair, the hentai games the prices are set usually by the companies that put them out there. So I think that's a that's more of a Nintendo overpricing their shit problem more than anything. Although, to be fair, this is not a like a thing towards Nintendo. This is a problem with all gaming companies. Y'all need to start marking your shit down. Your games are not worth that much. I'm sorry. I'm looking at any big game, AAA gaming company. Y'all need to stop smelling your own farts here. It's fucking ridiculous. Bring your game prices down. That's not just a Nintendo problem. That's all y'all need to stop. I'm not spending $70 on a game. It doesn't make it better for a family-friendly system that have it in the shop. Oh yeah, no, but that's just it's indicative of a bigger problem. Essentially, I think that's it's not doesn't help, but that's a different problem, you know. IP sarcastically, who would want new IPs and keep beating their cash cows into a hamburger? Well, that's why they rely on on different companies to like make games for their system. Why make a new IP if other companies are going to bring their IPs to you? You keep making your money off of other people bringing their IPs to you. Why would you make your own? Especially if you can get exclusivity deals. Why would you make your own characters? Just a thought. The Justice League made their pre-order $100 because they give you the same 3-day. That's so fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. Especially when you have these like amazing games that are like $20 that I could get on, I don't know, Switch, on PlayStation, on Steam. Y'all need to stop smelling your own farts, big AAA companies. This is fucking ridiculous. The economy, okay? We can't afford this shit. And we get good games, good indie games, full games for way less. So y'all need to stop. You know how much gameplay I got out of fucking Hades? And I paid what? How much for that? Like $15? I play that more than any AAA game. 40 cents a work, you crank out 4 games a year. Most makers had that in-house studios that took advantage of the system. Yeah, but then you have like the Steam method. When was the last time Valve made anything? You have the Steam, it's just the Steam method. Ever since Steam existed, like, they're like, oh, we could just, well, not even, it's not because Steam existed, but like, this kind of always been the thing. You get your exclusivity deals. Yeah, exactly. Valve is making too much money. You just make exclusivity deals, and that's how you get your money. Why would you waste time making your own IPs when you could just get games from other people on your systems and get exclusivity deals? And that is how people buy your consoles, because you have all these exclusivity deals. Well, that's the cool console to have. It's all marketing. It's all marketing. All this to say, support local indie developers. Not even local, just support all indie developers. You know, go support an indie game. That's your lesson for the day. Support all developers. It's only same as simply not buy games you have no interest in, you feel are gloriously overpriced. Oh yeah, like I think out of like the big games like that have come out recently, I'm not talking like this. I would consider this a AAA game, and this is an old game, so I'm not considering this. But like games that just released that I bought, I think I've only bought like 2 in the past, I don't know, 4 years, 3 or 4 years, maybe 3. I don't know, but off the top of my head, 2. Excuse me. One of them is iffy because I don't know if it counts as AAA. But 2. One being Astro Bot, and the other one being Rain Code. And that's the only 2 I can think of off the top of my head. Do we count Power Wash Sim? I don't think so. I mean, granted, it's owned by Square Enix, but like, it was made by an indie team. So like I don't think it counts. So I don't know. I can't think other than that. I can't think. So whatever. I don't care whether it's consumer friendly or not anymore. Oh, I mean like support your indie teams because they're the ones making games. It's not even a price thing for me. I'm just saying like support indie devs because they're making interesting products and I would like them to keep making interesting products because they're the only ones making anything interesting anymore because the big companies aren't making anything interesting anymore. I want more stuff like Hades, okay? I want more Power Wash Sims. I want more Hades. I want more of that. Hades, I know. I love it. I'm debating on if I want to get in on a Hades 2 because it's only in early access. But I love it. I need y'all to like support indie games because these big companies aren't making games anymore. Get the indie games. They're making good creative shit. Do that. I need more buddy simulators, stuff like that. Faith. I need more of that. More Lethal Company. Lethal Company is good. I've seen a couple games that I'm like Lethal Company or like Phasmophobia adjacent that I've been like kind of thinking about. My game should take page from 2K NBA. Then September 6th, you find the Ultimate Edition for on the Xbox Shop for $28. I feel like Spider-Man did that too. I kept getting like seeing Spider-Man on sale for like the longest time, and I was like, "Fuck it, I can get the Ultimate Edition for like $30, and it comes with the Miles Morales one." I was like, "Oh shit!" I still haven't gotten the new one. 2K does this with all their games, yeah, because that's not how they make money. To be fair. I think we all know sports games are kind of cash cows, and it's not the game purchases that get them their money. There's a game I saw recently where you're breaking the haunted house to steal things. Ooh, that sounds really fun. Most games get about a 40% drop after about first 4 months. Oh yeah, that's why it pays to wait like me. Pokemon Sword and Shield is $60. That's bad considering that's like the worst Pokemon game. Oh my god, you actually updated. That's surprising. I can play Horizon Forbidden West now. I don't want it on here. I'm going to have to delete that. And some used to have sales like that and their games really drop before 40%. I feel like Sony's... I don't check Microsoft, by the way, so I don't know how Microsoft sales go because I don't play on Microsoft systems. Nor do I use their PC stuff. So I don't know their pricing. I can't vouch for it. But like, I feel like Sony's still better than like the Switch. Switch is pretty bad as sales. Oh goodness. Ubisoft, yeah, Nintendo's real stingy when it comes to sales. They only put like games they didn't make on sale. Nintendo's it's absolutely the worst of it. Fuck's trying to wait for anything to go on sale there. You're not getting it. Yeah, on Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, I'm procrastinating on playing. You can tell. So Pokemon Plus and retails. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry, I say that. Anyone who doesn't know me, I am the biggest hater of the Pokeball Plus. I'm a big Pokemon fan, if you can't tell. I've played every Pokemon game, and I have the weird peripherals, including the Pokeball Plus. The Pokeball Plus is the worst fucking way to play Pokemon. It is, for those who are newer here, I did a whole ass set of streams playing the Let's Go series with only the Pokeball Plus to prove a point of how awful it is. It's so bad. It's so insanely bad. Oh my god. Let's Go catching. It's not the catching mechanic that's the problem with the Plus. It's everything. I don't have mine with me at the moment. I don't know where mine is. I think it might be in the closet. So, do I have a Pokeball here that I could like use for like a hold it an example? to like give an example. You know what? I'm sorry. We're going to use my headphones because it's Pokeball shaped. We're going to use my headphones. It's a thing for Pokemon Go to buy the game. Yes, but they packaged it with the game and said you could use it, but it is borderline non-functional. It's actually not usable. It genuinely, you cannot use half the functions in the game if you use the Pokeball Plus. Do not say that you could use it with the game. I can't even press a start button. Let me explain. So pretend for a second that this is my headphones. This here is a Pokeball Plus, right? We're going to pretend this right here where my finger is a button. And then we're going to pretend this is the joystick, right? I want you to take note of what I just said. One button, one joystick. I want you to go ahead and take a look at your right Switch controller. How many buttons are there? Do you see the problem? Using one Joy-Con is better than using the... No. I know it does. You have essentially 2 buttons and a joystick. Again, look at your Joy-Con, the right Joy-Con, and just count how many buttons there are and what they all do in the game. I'll wait. I don't even like the Joy-Con, so it sounds like a nightmare. You can't use half the game. I mean that genuinely. Because if you think about it, just for like 10 seconds, it seems like a... No. Stop. Okay, sorry. I've played it. There's borderline nothing you can do. Like, there's not nothing you can do. There's stuff you cannot do. Like, menus you cannot access. With just the Pokeball Plus, which you press the menu and shaking the troll counts as the Y button. You still have shit you cannot access. Just at that point, let's go prettiest Pokemon game. What's others to play? I don't view it as a normal Pokemon game. It's a remake of the first one, but for newcomers. It wasn't meant for like regular Pokemon fans, so I'm not too worried about it. You know, it wasn't meant for like us. It was meant for kids who just got into Pokemon Go. They were just trying to get them, so I don't really get mad at it because it's not meant for me in that sense. Whatever. A remake of the best one, yeah, but we also had Fire Red, Leaf Green. We already got a remake of those. So I'm not mad. It's supposed to be mainline. I just said, let's call it a spinoff. I don't really. It is what it is. I'm not upset at it. Again, it was the intent of it was to hook in new players that got really into Pokemon. Because a lot of people who played Pokemon Go are not they never touched a Pokemon game in their life. So, like, what are you going to do when that happens? You're going to make a game that makes it very easy for them to get into the mainline Pokemon games. So, I'm not mad at it. It wasn't meant for me. I just want the newer ones to have the same graphics art style. You're asking for a lot. I got overzealous. I dripped it on myself? I don't even know where that happened. I want Pokepark's Wii battle mechanics. I wouldn't be mad at that. Pokepark's actually really fun. I wish I'd bring back Pokepark. Where did I even drip this on myself? I feel like in my... No. Did it not drip on me? Just my face? I'm going to bed, but I'm here. Enjoy your sleeps. Assuming you're going to bed. I want Poke Park to come back. That was a fun little game, like a spin-off game. About to take off just to find the stain. I'm wearing clothes underneath it. It's fine. Just don't know where I dripped it on. Right here? I got clothes underneath. It's fine. I don't know what just happened, but we're gonna continue, I guess. All right. I gotta play the game eventually. Play the game. All right. I'm the current Pokemon interested. I don't know why. I tried playing it and I just didn't get into it. I don't know why. Poke Park? I want Poke Park so bad. Bring back Conquest! Sorry. Anytime we talk about Pokemon, I gotta use my opportunity to yell about Conquest. Y'all know how it is. It's fun bashing Pokemon while it lasted. Bashing Nintendo while it lasted. Nintendo. We'll never stop being people's punching bag, yet we still play your games anyway. Why does this section look so bad? Look at Stupid Amazing. Game Freak Nintendo. Conquest 2? I think it would be more for them to make the unfortunate part about them making Conquest is it's not just a Game Freak Nintendo. Is this wrist okay? Oh my god! No, Conquest is a collab game, so it'd be really hard for them to do it. No Pokemon games, no dress up, no petting, no theater, catch and fight. I want the extra gimmicks. I like the extra gimmicks. I'm crazy. I liked the contest system in the Hoenn region. I'm like the only one, probably. I found it fun. I was the one who was really excited when we got to finally dress up our characters. Good games instead of holding. Nintendo will do what other companies Nintendo don't make actual good games. I sure it was absolutely your taste. Yeah, well, it just depends on the gimmick. Not all gimmicks are made the same. Some gimmicks are stupid. I like good gimmicks. 3-hour tutorial with tons of boring story footage down your throat. That's interesting. Feel like as long listen, we can bring back the story, but like, can we make it like a good story? Please. I don't want to start fading halfway through playing a Pokemon game. I'd like to be invested in the story eventually. Yeah. Red Soul Silver, Black, and X. Never got through them. Do we need one? I'm a trainer. That's enough for me. I feel like it could be. I want it. That was a weird series of way of saying that. I want us good stuff. Just wandering around and fighting things after a while gets boring. I want to be like, if you're gonna put these characters in the world, at least make me invested in them. If you're not gonna put these characters in the world, don't even bother. You know? Does that make sense? I liked having the stories of like I wouldn't say Gen 3. Gen 3 I would say kind of not the greatest story. I just had fun with that one. That one had a good amount of gimmick that I actually had a lot of fun with it, and the world was built really well, but the story wasn't that good. The story of the Gen 3 was a little like, y'all ain't very smart, are you, Team Aqua and Magma? Hi, my favorite gen is Gen 3, so I'm being real honest with myself here. Went from dragons to a freaking washing machine. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you guys for a second here, and this is opinion I've always held. I think it's time we as Pokemon fans admit that a lot of the designs every year have been a little shit. From Gen 1 to whatever gen we're on now, they've always been not that great, most of them. There's a few that are good, but man... Respect Gen 1. I'm just tired of Gen 1 and people putting it on a pedestal. Because, like, some of them, Gen 1 at least look interesting. Not all of them. Like, not too many... I don't need to say it. I think you know what I'm gonna say. List the ones. Oh, I'm going to. In fact, I can go grab one for you. Where are you? My level of willingness to go through execute is stupid. This is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I'm about to get roasted for this one. Squirtle. You can afford a couple stinkers. That's what I'm saying. Is that every generation has shit ones and good ones. Every generation, including the first one. I know someone was going to come for me on that one. No, I want you to look me in the eyes and try to tell me that it's not anything but just a fucking blue turtle. It's just a turtle. You turned blue. It's just a blue turtle. That's all it is. Just because it's cute does not mean it's original. It's you here, hold on. Would you like to see a turtle plush I have that is not Pokemon related? Hi, look, I too own a fucking blue turtle. This is not a Pokemon. It's just a blue turtle. Trash it, I and keys. Muck. I hate people who come for Trubbish. Granted, Trubbish is a stupid design, but then they hail shit like Muck. Is that not the same shit in a different font? Y'all. Are they both not the same shit in a different font, but at least recognizable? I'm just saying, my point being, every generation has shit Pokemon, but they also have good Pokemon. That does not just apply to Gen 1, it also applies to the current gen Pokemon. It's not a shit against Gen 1. They also there's good Pokemon in there too. Charmander, Charizard, real cool. You know, you got Ivysaur is really cool. And Venusaur and like Bulbasaur, all super cool designs. I love those designs. Very original, very cool, right? But just like that one has some of its shit Pokemon, the new gen also has shit Pokemon. But this new gen also has good Pokemon. Do you not like Blastoise? I like Blastoise. Blastoise is fine, but it's not really... It's the weirdest if you think about Blastoise for like 10 seconds, it's such a strange addition because, like, is that not just a Digimon? It's like one of the few things that's literally a turtle with gun strapped to its back, and it's like, what? It's a little bit of a weird addition because it's like this looks like a Digimon character. But my point being, you cannot say that new gen is shit because they have some shit ones, because the previous generations, including one, also had some shit designs. This is just how it is. They all can't be winners, okay?